ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaste, my dear friends. In this video I am going to describe and explain the philosophy of Satya Sai Baba on Jnana Yoga. Satya Sai Baba is a famous Jnana Yoga exponent and is well known all over the world. There are lakhs and lakhs of devotees in all the countries, in all the faiths of the world. He is regarded as a God incarnate and is respected by people. Jnana Yoga, often referred to as the path of knowledge or wisdom, is one of the classical paths of yoga in Hindu philosophy. It involves the pursuit of self realization and spiritual enlightenment through the systematic cultivation of knowledge and wisdom. Satya Sai Baba, a revered spiritual leader famous all over the world, was known for his profound teachings on various aspects of spirituality, including Jnana Yoga. I can give you an in depth overview of Jnana Yoga and some key teachings as explained by Satya Sai Baba. Introduction to Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is the yoga of knowledge and wisdom. It is the path that involves intense contemplation and self inquiry to understand the true nature of reality, the self, and the ultimate truth. Practitioners of Jnana Yoga seek to realize the oneness of the individual soul, Atma, with the universal consciousness, Brahma. Fundamental concepts of Jnana Yoga. 1. Self-realization. Jnana Yoga teaches that the individual soul, Atma, is eternal and beyond the physical body. Through self-inquiry and deep meditation, one can realize the true nature of the self and experience liberation, moksha, from the cycle of birth and death, samsara. 2. Discrimination, viveka. Discrimination between the eternal and the transient is crucial in Jnana Yoga. Practitioners learn to discern between the changing world of phenomena and the unchanging reality of the self. This discrimination leads to detachment and renunciation of the material world. Dispassion. Jnana yogis cultivate dispassion towards worldly pleasures and material possessions by reducing attachment to the external world. They can focus their energy on the pursuit of spiritual knowledge. 4. Faith, Shraddha, and surrender. Jnana Yoga emphasizes unwavering faith in the teachings of the scriptures and the guidance of the Guru. Surrendering to the divine and being receptive to spiritual wisdom are essential aspects of this path. Satya Sai Baba's teachings on Jnana Yoga 1. The role of Guru. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the importance of a Guru, spiritual teacher, in the practice of Jnana Yoga. A true Guru guides the disciple on the path of self realization, imparting spiritual wisdom and removing ignorance. 2. Service and selflessness. According to Satya Sai Baba, selfless service seva is a crucial aspect of spiritual practice. By serving others with love and compassion, practitioners purify their hearts and develop qualities necessary for spiritual growth, such as humility and empathy. The illusion of Maya. Satya Sai Baba often spoke about the concept of Maya, the illusion that veils the true nature of reality. Through Jnana Yoga, individuals learn to see beyond the illusions of the material world and recognize the divine presence in all beings. 4. Practice of silence and meditation. Silence was considered a powerful tool in Jnana Yoga. Satya Sai Baba encouraged his followers to observe periods of silence to quiet the mind and turn inward. Through meditation and introspection, practitioners can explore the depths of their consciousness and gain profound insights. Unity of religions. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the underlying unity of all religions. He taught that the core principles of love, truth, and compassion are common to all faiths. Practitioners of Jnana Yoga recognize this universal truth and respect all religious traditions. Conclusion. Jnana Yoga, as elucidated by Satya Sai Baba, offers a transformative path for seekers of truth and wisdom. By delving into the depths of one's being, cultivating knowledge, and realizing the unity of all existence, practitioners can attain spiritual liberation and experience the ultimate reality. Through the teachings of Satya Sai Baba, Jnana Yoga becomes not just a philosophical concept but a practical guide for living a life of purpose, wisdom, and profound spiritual realization. Self realization, as described and explained by Satya Sai Baba. Self realization, as explained by Satya Sai Baba, delves into the profound understanding of one's true nature, transcending the limitations of the physical body and the ego, and realizing the eternal and divine essence within. In his teachings, Satya Sai Baba emphasized that self realization is the ultimate goal of human life, a journey towards recognizing the oneness of the individual soul Atma with the universal consciousness Brahma. In this, in this exploration, we will delve into the key aspects of self realization as elucidated by Satya Sai Baba. 1. Self as eternal and divine. Satya Sai Baba emphasized that the essence of every being is divine, beyond the physical body, emotions, and thoughts. There exists a timeless and eternal self. Realizing this divine nature involves a profound inner transformation where one goes beyond the identification with the temporary aspects of life and recognize the eternal aspects of the self. 2. Self discovery through self inquiry. Self-realization begins with self-inquiry. Satya Sai Baba encouraged seekers to question their beliefs, thoughts and emotions. Through deep introspection and contemplation, individuals can peel away the layers of conditioning and societal influences, allowing the true self to shine forth. By questioning the nature of reality and one's own existence, a seeker can arrive at a direct experience of their essential nature. 3. Grows guidance in self realization. Satya Sai Baba placed significant importance on the role of a guru in the journey of self realization. A guru in the truest sense is a spiritual guide who dispels ignorance and leads the disciple towards enlightenment. The guru imparts knowledge, provides spiritual practices, and serves as a living example of self realization. Under the guidance of a realized teacher, seekers can progress on the path with clarity and purpose. Fourth, surrender and devotion. Self realization involves surrendering the ego, the sense of individuality to the divine. Satya Sai Baba taught that true surrender is not a sign of weakness but of immense strength. Surrendering the egoic desires and surrendering to the will of the divine enables the seeker to experience a state of grace and divine love. Devotion and surrender are powerful tools that help in transcending the ego and realizing the higher self. 5. Meditation and silence. Meditation, according to Satya Sai Baba, is a gateway to self realization. Through meditation, the mind becomes still and the seeker can dive deep within, beyond the chatter of thoughts and emotions. In silence, profound truths are revealed. Regular meditation practice allows individuals to connect with their innermost being, facilitating the experience of the divine presence within. 6. Service and compassion. Self realization is not an isolated individual experience, it is intimately connected with the welfare of all beings. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the importance of selfless service, seva, and compassion towards others. By serving others with love and kindness, individuals dissolve the barriers of the ego and realize the interconnectedness of all life. Acts of service purify the heart and cultivate the qualities necessary for self realization, such as humility and empathy. 7. Overcoming illusions and attachments. Self realization involves recognizing the illusion of the material world. Satya Sai Baba often spoke about the concept of Maya, the cosmic illusion that veils the true nature of reality. By overcoming attachment to material possessions, relationships, and sensory pleasures, individuals can pierce through the veil of Maya and perceive the underlying truth of existence. Detachment from the transient allows the seeker to anchor their awareness in the eternal. 8. Unity of all religions and paths. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the unity of all religions and spiritual paths. He taught that the essential teachings of love, truth, and compassion are universal and transcend religious boundaries. Self realization, according to his teachings, is not limited to a specific religious doctrine or practice. It is a universal truth that can be realized through various paths, be it Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion, Karma Yoga, the yoga of selfless action, or Raja Yoga, the yoga of meditation. Recognizing the unity of all paths, individuals are free to choose a practice that resonates with their hearts. Conclu- Conclusion. In the teachings of Satya Sai Baba, self realization is not an abstract concept but a living, transformative experience. It is a journey of self discovery guided by the light of wisdom and the grace of the divine. Through self inquiry, surrender, meditation, service, and detachment, individuals can awaken to their true nature and experience the boundless bliss of self realization. Satya Sai Baba's teachings provide a timeless roadmap for seekers, emphasizing the importance of love, humility, and selflessness on the path to realizing the divinity within. As one progresses on the journey of self realization, they come to realize that the ultimate truth is not far away. It resides within, patiently waiting to be discovered by the earnest seeker. Now let us explain various factors one by one in detail. Viveka as described and explained by Satya Sai Baba. Viveka as explained by Satya Sai Baba is discernment and discrimination between the eternal and the transient. It involves the ability to differentiate between the real and the illusory, enabling individuals to recognize the impermanence of the material world and the enduring nature of the spiritual reality. Through Viveka, seekers cultivate clarity, wisdom, and detachment, essential qualities for spiritual evolution, leading to self realization and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the importance of Viveka in guiding one's actions, thoughts, and decisions, ultimately leading to the realization of the eternal truth within. Viveka, according to Satya Sai Baba, is the divine gift of discernment and discrimination bestowed upon human beings. It is the ability to distinguish between the eternal truth and the transient illusions of the material world. Through Viveka, individuals recognize the impermanence of physical existence and the enduring reality of the spiritual realm. Baba stressed that Viveka is essential for seekers, guiding them to make wise choices, fostering spiritual growth, and leading to self realization. It involves cultivating a clear and focused mind, enabling one to perceive the divine presence in all aspects of life, transcending the superficial and embracing the profound. Vairagya as described and explained by Satya Sai Baba. Vairagya, a fundamental concept in Hindu philosophy, translates to dispassion or detachment in English. As explained by spiritual leaders like Satya Sai Baba, Vairagya holds profound significance in the spiritual journey, representing a state of mind where an individual is not attached to the fruits of their actions, worldly possessions, or even relationships. In this exploration, we will delve deeply into the teachings of Satya Sai Baba regarding Vairagya its importance, and the transformative power it holds in the pursuit of self realization and spiritual enlightenment. 1. Understanding Vairagya. At its core, Vairagya represents a state of inner freedom where one is not swayed by desires, fears, or eternal circumstances. Satya Sai Baba emphasized that Vairagya does not imply renunciation of the world, rather, it involves a shift in perspective. It is about being in the world but not of it, maintaining a sense of detachment while fulfilling one's duties and responsibilities. 2. Detachment from material possessions. Satya Sai Baba often spoke about the impermanence of material wealth and possessions. He taught that attachment to material belongings leads to bondage and suffering. True Vairagya, as he explained, arises when one can use material resources without being attached to them, understanding that they are temporary and do not define one's true essence. 3. Detachment from emotional entanglements. Vairagya extends beyond the physical possessions to emotional entanglements. Satya Sai Baba emphasized that the importance of maintaining equanimity in relationships. While love and compassion are essential, attachment and possessiveness create bondage. Practicing Vairagya in relationships means appreciating the uniqueness of each individual, allowing them the freedom to grow and evolve without imposing one's desires or expectations upon them. Satya Sai Baba 4. Vairagya in action, Karma Yoga. Satya Sai Baba often connected Vairagya with Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action. He taught that individuals should perform their duties and responsibilities diligently without being attached to the outcomes. By dedicating actions to a higher purpose and surrendering the results to the divine, one practices Vairagya in action. This approach not only reduces stress and anxiety but also purifies the mind, paving the way for spiritual growth. 5. Vairagya and spiritual practice. Vairagya plays a crucial role in spiritual disciplines. Satya Sai Baba stressed that a detached mind is more receptive to spiritual teachings and practices. When the mind is not clouded by desires and attachments, it becomes still and focused, making meditation and self inquiry more accessible. Vairagya therefore acts as a catalyst in the spiritual journey, accelerating the process of self realization. 6. Cultivating Vairagya. Satya Sai Baba provided practical insights into cultivating Vairagya in daily life. He encouraged his followers to introspect and contemplate the impermanence of the world. By reflecting on the transient nature of experiences, individuals can naturally develop detachment. Additionally, practicing gratitude for what one has without clinging to it fosters containment, reducing the pull of desires. 7. Vairagya and inner peace. One of the profound teachings of Satya Sai Baba regarding Vairagya was its role in attaining inner peace. He explained that true peace arises when the mind is free from cravings and aversions. By practicing Vairagya, individuals learn to accept life as it comes, finding peace in the present moment. Detachment from the past and the future allows one to immerse fully in the present, experiencing a profound sense of tranquility and contentment. 8. The balance of Vairagya and compassion. While Vairagya entails detachment, it does not mean indifference to the suffering of others. Satya Sai Baba emphasizing that a truly detached individual is compassionate and empathetic. Vairagya allows one to serve others selflessly, understanding that all beings are interconnected. Compassion arises naturally when there is no self centered attachment, leading to acts of kindness and service without any expectation of reward. Conclusion. In the teachings of Satya Sai Baba, Vairagya emerges as a powerful spiritual practice guiding individuals toward self realization and inner peace. Through detachment from material possessions, emotional entanglements, and the outcomes of actions, one can experience true freedom and contentment. Vairagya, as explained by Satya Sai Baba, is not a state of indifference but a profound sense of inner balance and equanimity. It enables individuals to navigate the complexities of life with grace, wisdom, and love, fostering a deep connection with the divine and all living beings. In embracing Vairagya, seekers embark on a transformative journey, transcending the limitations of the ego and realizing the boundless nature of the soul. Shraddha, devotion, as described and explained by Satya Sai Baba. Shraddha or devotion, according to Satya Sai Baba, is a sublime and unwavering faith in the divine. It is not merely a ritualistic practice but a profound emotional connection with the divine that goes beyond religious boundaries. Baba emphasized that true devotion is characterized by love, surrender, and selflessness. 1. Unwavering faith. Shraddha is rooted in unshakable faith and trust in the divine presence. According to Satya Sai Baba, this faith is not blind but based on a deep understanding of the individual's existence and its benevolent nature. Devotees cultivate this faith through spiritual study, self reflection, and the grace of the Guru. 2. Love and surrender. Devotion involves deep love and surrender to the divine. Satya Sai Baba taught that genuine love for the divine is expressed through selfless service to humanity, animals, and the nature. Surrender in the context of devotion means letting go of the ego and trusting the divine completely. It is a state of humility where the devotees acknowledges their dependence on the divine and surrender all worries and anxieties. 3. Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. Baba often spoke about Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. He explained that practicing Bhakti Yoga involves offering every action, thought, and emotion to the divine. Devotees express their love and gratitude through prayer, chanting, and acts of kindness. Through devotion practices, the heart becomes pure and the devotee experiences a deep sense of connection with the divine. 4. Selfless service seva. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the significance of selfless service as an expression of devotion. He taught that serving others, especially the less fortunate, is a direct way to serve the divine. Devotees engage in acts of compassion and kindness without expecting anything in return, embodying the spirit of devotion through their actions. 5. The power of Nama Samarna. Nama Samarna, the repetition of the divine name, is a potent practice in the path of devotion. Satya Sai Baba encouraged his followers to chant the name of their chosen deity or the divine in whichever form they believe. He explained that this practice purifies the mind, strengthens faith, and deepens the devotee's connection with the divine. 6. Devotion in daily life. Satya Sai Baba emphasized that devotion is not limited to religious ceremonies but extends to every aspect of life. Devotees express their love for the divine by being honest, compassionate, and charitable. Every action is an offering to the divine, and every moment becomes an opportunity to express devotion through kindness and love. 7. Devotion and oneness. According to Satya Sai Baba, true devotion leads to the realization of oneness with the divine. Devotees, through their unwavering faith and selfless love, merge their individuality with the universal consciousness. In this state of oneness, there is no distinction between the devotee, the acts of devotion, and the divine. Devotion becomes a transformative journey leading to spiritual awakening and liberation. In the teachings of Satya Sai Baba, devotion is not a mere ritual or a set of practices. It is a way of life, a profound and intimate connection with the divine that permeates every thought, word, and deed. Through unwavering faith, selfless love, and sincere surrender, devotees experience the divine presence in their hearts, leading them towards spiritual fulfillment and ultimate union with the divine. Surrender and devotion, as described and explained by Satya Sai Baba. Surrender and devotion, as explained by Satya Sai Baba, represent the pinnacle of spiritual practice, embodying profound humility, unconditional love, and absolute trust in the divine. In this exploration, we will delve deeply into Satya Sai Baba's teachings on surrender and devotion, understanding their significance and exploring how they serve as transformative forces on the spiritual journey. 1. The essence of surrender. Surrender, according to Satya Sai Baba, is the act of relinquishing the ego and offering oneself completely to the divine will. It is not a sign of weakness but a demonstration of immense inner strength and trust. Baba emphasizing Baba emphasized that surrender involves letting go of the illusion of control and recognizing the higher intelligence that governs the universe. It is a conscious choice to align one's will with the divine plan, acknowledging that the ultimate wisdom lies beyond human comprehension. 2. Surrender as an act of love. Surrender, when rooted in love, becomes a sacred offering. Satya Sai Baba often spoke about the importance of surrendering with love and devotion. He explained that love is the most potent force in the universe, and when one surrenders with love, the heart expands, allowing the divine to enter and transform every aspect of life. Love filled surrender is characterized by deep faith, acceptance, and gratitude, creating a harmonious connection between the individual soul and the universal consciousness. 3. Surrender in action. Surrender is not merely a theoretical concept, it manifests through actions. Satya Sai Baba taught that surrendered actions are those performed without attachment to the results. When individuals engage in selfless service, seva, or acts of kindness without expecting recognition or reward, they are practicing surrender. By dedicating the fruits of their actions to the divine and offering their skills and talents for the betterment of society, individuals express their surrender in the service of humanity. 4. Surrender in adversity. True surrender is tested in moments of adversity and challenges. Satya Sai Baba emphasized that surrendering during difficult times requires steadfast faith and patience. Adversities, he explained, are divine instruments for spiritual growth. By surrendering to the divine will in the face of challenges, individuals can maintain inner peace and equanimity, trusting that every experience, pleasant or unpleasant, is a part of the divine plan designed for their evolution. 5. The role of devotion in surrender. Devotion is the cornerstone of surrender. Satya Sai Baba taught that genuine devotion involves complete self-offering and love-filled surrender. Devotees surrender their desires, fears, and anxieties at the feet of divine, trusting that the divine knows what is best for them. Devotion deepens surrender, making it a heartfelt expression of love and gratitude. Through devotional practices such as prayer, chanting, and meditation, individuals cultivate a loving relationship with the divine, paving the way for surrender to naturally unfold. 6. Surrender and spiritual practice. Surrender is a central theme in various spiritual paths, including Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion, and Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Satya Sai Baba taught that surrender is an integral part of spiritual sadhana practice. In Bhakti Yoga, surrender involves surrendering the heart and mind to the divine, cultivating unwavering faith and love. In Jnana Yoga, surrender is the relinquishment of the egoic identity and the surrendering of the intellect to the higher wisdom. Through surrender, spiritual aspirants transcend the limitations of the ego and merge with the infinite. 7. Surrender and the Guru disciple relationship. The relationship between a Guru, spiritual teacher, and a disciple is based on profound surrender and trust. Satya Sai Baba emphasized the importance of surrendering the intellect and ego to the Guru, allowing the Guru's guidance and teachings to transform the disciple's consciousness. In the Guru disciple relationship, surrender becomes a sacred covenant where the disciple surrenders their doubts, fears, and misconceptions, trusting the Guru's wisdom to lead them to spiritual enlightenment. 8. Surrender as a lifelong journey. Surrender is not a one-time event but a continuous, lifelong process. Satya Sai Baba taught that surrender deepens and matures over time as the aspirant advances on the spiritual path. It involves surrendering not only the obvious aspects of the ego but also the subtle layers of desires, attachments, and identifications. Through consistent practice, self reflection, and devotion, individuals progressively surrender their entire being to the divine, allowing the divine light to illumine their existence. Conclusion. In the teachings of Satya Sai Baba, surrender and devotion are not abstract concepts but living transformative practices that lead individuals to the highest truth. Through surrender, one transcends the ego and surrenders to the divine will, experiencing profound peace, love, and freedom. Devotion rooted in love amplifies surrender, making it a sacred offering to the divine. Together, surrender and devotion create a spiritual alchemy, transforming the aspirant's consciousness and leading them towards self realization and oneness with the divine. As Satya Sai Baba often reiterated, true surrender and devotion are not separate from the individual. They are the very essence of the soul, waiting to be discovered and expressed in every moment of life. Thank you for watching and listening this wonderful video about Jnana Yoga as described and explained by Satya Sai Baba. Namaskar, Namaste.